getting ready for the WBC. I'm trying to figure out the best languages to learn to make sure I'm the most effective reporter I can be in the WBC. As they would say in the Czech Republic, dziękuję. That's my London look. I've got my umbrella there, the hat. That's a good Euro look.
You speak Mandarin as well? Is this true?
谢谢. Sao Shang Hao. Ni hao ma. Nostro amico Marco Mazzieri. Molto bravo, signora Veducci.
International man of mystery.
The multilingual J.P. Morosi one final time on Hot Stove until this next upcoming offseason. J.P., to mark the occasion, you have created some awards, calling them the Morosis, for teams and players and personalities who enjoyed superlative off-seasons this year. Take it away.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate this opportunity, and thanks to both of you for always being such great teammates during the course of this offseason. I love being able to talk ball with you every day. So with that, the best acquisition as we begin the Morosis today. I can't get over that graphic. Well done. So the best acquisition of a pitcher in a leading role, Corbin Burns to the Baltimore Orioles. I love this acquisition by the Baltimore Orioles as Corbin Burns, there he is on the red carpet, claiming his award as the winner of the inaugural Morosis there. Listen, at the end of the day, I love it when teams go for it at the right time with the right move. Corbin Burns is exactly that for the Baltimore Orioles, and not just the pitcher that they acquired, but also the fact they were able to preserve a lot of their depth still among their prospects. So yes, the Brewers got two high-end guys back in this deal, but Baltimore still has one of the very best farm systems in the game. They also have now one of the best aces in the game in Corbin Burns. So to Corbin Burns and the O's, my congratulations and applause.
Let's share the wealth and give hitters some recognition as well. Your award, the Morosi, goes to the hitter in a leading role to
Cody Bellinger, Chicago Cubs. Now, a big part of this certainly is the player himself, who was back at an MVP level, all-star level a year ago, but also the price they got him for. The Cubs were able to wait this out, bring him in the later days of February to exactly the right fit for the Chicago Cubs and Cody Bellinger. You could play some center field for you. You could play some first base. So I applaud the Cubs and Cody as well, because Cody was able to get the opt-outs after each of the first 2 years, really establishing this new structure of a contract. So well done by Cody. Well done by the Cubs. You have to like their chances. Oh, that may actually be Cody calling to phone in with an interview. I'm not sure if that's a mystery call or phone call coming in to my own
Cody's
phone here in
agent.
the office. But yeah, it may be, Harold. It may be. So we congratulate Cody for this award.
Man, I tried to call you. Did you change your number?
Should we change our numbers all the time? What about an award for a pitcher in a supporting role this offseason, JP?
Well done by David Stearns, my old college baseball teammate. That's a separate story for another day. But David Stearns, the president of baseball operations with the
David
Mets.
Stearns, your college teammate?
For 1 year. Yep, that's true. True story. Now, Harold,
Did you know that?
Harold, you're going to laugh here. On the illustrious Harvard junior varsity baseball team, JV. Now, you can only imagine how talented we were as a group, but that is a true story. I was on the same college baseball team as David Stearns.
Does David know that?
David does know that. David does know that. So, at any rate, Luis Severino, a great signing made by David Stearns, a one-year deal. I think the Mets made exactly the right play. He has come in and thrown exceptionally well. Of course, he knows the pressure of New York very well from the Yankees across town. Guys, this is the best we have seen Severino look in years. So either he helps the Mets contend and compete for a wild card spot potentially, or more likely he pitches well for the first half of the season. Maybe the Mets end up putting him out there in the open market and becomes one of the key potential trade deadline acquisitions. So I love this move by the New York Mets, by David Stearns. Luis Severino looking great this spring. I expect big things and maybe even an all-star appearance from Louis this season.
And looking huge, by the way. He just looks like he's been in the weight room for 2.5 years since last we saw him on the mound. What about the best supporting role by a hitter as we continue today.
Yes, the Blue Jays certainly were involved in other pursuits this offseason, but the man they get is, I think, the man they needed. Justin Turner, someone who I believe is going to add a lot of professionalism to this lineup. DH, a little bit of corner infield as well. And we've talked before about the impact he is going to make on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Bo Bichette as well. That up-the-middle approach, putting the ball in play. I think this is a lineup that was a little bit too strikeout-prone. A year ago, they bring in one of the best, I think, thinkers in the batter's box that we've got in Major League Baseball, and Justin Turner. Ideal acquisition and move for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Saving the best for last, as per usual. This is my absolute favorite.
You're fluent in Spanish, right?
He's fluent in Spanish, Mandarin, many other languages. Your Morosi Award for the best foreign language interview.
Guys, this was, I believe, the showstopper of the entire offseason. There was not a better segment on this program than Lenny Randall. We were working on getting him as a guest for a long time. He came in, and my friends, he did not disappoint. Take a listen.
Lui gioca in seconda base, è bravissimo quando giocare con lui, perché lui è bravissimo. Scusa ragazzi, io parlo 5 linguali, adesso abito in Italia, ma ragazzi, non speak inglese, I only speak pasta.
Excellent.
Now, as you remember, there was a little bit of translating that I was able to do at the end of it. But guys, I would say Lenny's enthusiasm and passion for the game need no interpretation. They exist and are brilliant in their own way. That was my favorite segment of the entire year.
Mine too. Well, awesome. And you made it possible when you guys continued to speak to each other in Italian while Harold and I sat here slack-jawed. That was one of the highlights of our offseason as well. JP, great stuff all winter long, man.
Hold on, JP. You got to see this, though. We also got maybe the best red carpet stuff. I knew you were going to put this on there, too. I mean...
Oh, it's Matty V.
Yes.
Matty V. That's at the All-Star Game, Man of the People. I love it. Was that at the Forum, Matty?
That's the Kids' Choice Awards there. And,
Kids' Choice Awards.
Pretty, before you put the suit on, everything else, checking it out.
Yep, 2019. I told everybody I was the host of Hot Stove, and they said, well, why don't you walk the red carpet for the kids? And I said, yeah, it'll be uncomfortable for me. Look at all the recognition I got. It was
great.
There
you are in Inglewood. I love it. Historic place. Yeah. The Inglewood Forum. Well done, Matty.
There was some TikToker everybody was bothering with, and I went undisturbed. We do have one last award. I want you to be present for this one too, JP, because if I could just tag on to the Morosis, there was a special committee that convened to award the outstanding performance by an interviewer. And who else but Harold Reynolds?
Of course.
Leave it with this. Hey, Mike, it's Harold. It's the last question we're going to throw at you. Hey, let me ask you this real quick. Hey, Joe, last question for me. And hey, last thing before we let you go. I was talking when we were off air real quick, before you got on, I should say, about you could be a congressman. Anybody ever talk to you about maybe running? So last time I spoke to you, Hunter, you were 17 years old. Now you're 18. So, wow. Wherever you're at, you always sell your heart to it. The Padres do not want to give this kid up.
Is your question in?
Yeah, I'm just giving him my Cliff Floyd encouragement question. When you were a kid, when was the first time you heard somebody say, that's gross, man? If you had a chance to ask Josiah Gray a question, what happened from the year before to now? What would you ask that question? How would that question be stated? Hey, Riley, I got one question I've been wondering forever. Following you on the draft boards all the way through everything, is there a meaning to the name Riley?
There it is. Nobody but Harold could take down that Journalism 101 award.
I'm telling you.
It's good stuff.
JP, it just gets better and better. Now, JP,
every year, my friends.
Hey, we love your enthusiasm. Can't wait to hear from you in Korea as you do all this stuff. Make sure you don't leave the show too early without watching, because we got a special mystery caller coming up.
I'm going to stay with you till the very end. You love it.
Got to throw an audible every now and then.